هم میهنان عزیزم، همان گونه‌ای که در کنفرانس مطبوعاتی اخیر در پاریس اعلام کردم،
From banishment to power, Iran's crown prince manages a secret empire from a 3.1 million US residence. And the revelations within will shock you. At first sight, it appears to be a serene property located in Potomac, Maryland. But crossing the gates reveals a realm crafted for both comfort and management. Reza Pahlavi's $3.1 million estate is more than opulence. It's a tactical move. Within, there exists a cutting-edge cinema space designed for exclusive viewings of political updates, a leather-bound collection packed with prohibited Persian works, and a velvet-curtained upscale bar where diplomats murmur while savoring premium scotch. Under the soil, a uniquely crafted executive basement, partially a control hub, partially a refuge. This estate not only conveys royalty, but also murmurs authority in solitude. Yet beneath this allure, hidden truths, obscure partnerships, and an unyielding pursuit of dominance emerge. Reza Pahlavi didn't merely enter the world, he emerged as if fate had chosen him. Born to Queen Farah Diba and Mohammad Reza Pahlavi, the final Shah of Iran, he was wrapped not in fabric, but in heritage. At merely 9 years old, he was officially designated Crown Prince, a child marked by the weight of a millennium of kingship. He was not raised with cartoons and crayons. His toys included private jets, his playgrounds featured marble courtyards, and his guests comprised world leaders. There was no regal indulgence. His father guaranteed that discipline prevailed over indulgence. Attending a unique military academy specifically for royalty, Reza rose with the sun, trained in tactics, strategy, and responsibility. At 11, he became the youngest licensed pilot in the royal family, soaring through the air while peers were still learning to ride bikes. He grew up not as a child, but as a prospective leader, shaped to lead, prepared to endure. Yet no matter how high he soared, he couldn't evade what fate had planned, and the fall would be devastating. In 1979, the empire fell apart like weathered rock. The Islamic Revolution swept across Iran with relentless swiftness, compelling the royal family to escape veiled by nightfall. Reza Pahlavi was only 18 when he ascended to the status of a prince lacking a throne. From the marble halls of Tehran to the serene corners of exile, the journey commenced, passing through Egypt, Morocco, the Bahamas, and ultimately the United States. For many, that would have signaled the conclusion. But for Reza, it marked a new beginning. He didn't retreat, he recalibrated. He enrolled in elite institutions, Williams College, USC, and the American University in Cairo. His mind became a weapon. He mastered English, French, and Farsi with royal precision, turning exile into education and grief into strategy. While other royals clung to fading memories, Reza transformed into a modern political force, equal parts Persian legacy and Western intellect. And when the world expected fury, he offered something far more dangerous: diplomacy. He rejected revenge, refused violence, and instead demanded a national referendum, a peaceful shift of power. But was it a noble call for unity or a long-game move from a future king in disguise? Despite exile, the riches didn't vanish. They transformed. Reza Pahlavi isn't merely enjoying comfort. He's residing like a sovereign in covert mode. His $3.1 million Potomac estate is not merely bricks and marble. It's a tactical marvel. Every room is uniquely designed, integrated with concealed security elements, vintage Persian decorations, and spaces equipped for secure communication. Curtains with gold threads were brought in from France. A row of heavily tinted armored SUVs stood arranged in the garage, and private chefs brought in to create traditional Iranian meals, presented on exquisite porcelain sets from the Pahlavi period. His spouse Yasmin is far from a silent partner. She's an astute lawyer, skilled in media, and said to earn between $15,000 and $20,000 monthly from branding and endorsement agreements. Together, they've perfected the skill of royal persuasion, exhibiting charm in public while remaining intriguingly private. Their way of living is not merely focused on comfort, it's a deliberate display. Each velvet curtain, each curated Instagram image strengthens the illusion of a throne still intact. However, if this is the performance, what mysteries lie behind the velvet drape? As the world watched a displaced prince conducting courteous interviews, Reza Pahlavi was discreetly creating a network of influence that spanned across nations and time. In the 1980s, after the Shah's departure and the regime's increasing control, Reza didn't diminish. He engaged. Collaborating with the CIA, he initiated satellite transmissions that broke through Iran's censorship barriers, sending anti-regime messages directly into homes. Secretly, substantial funds were utilized to transform his persona, shifting from a disgraced royal to a potential leader. He wasn't merely delivering speeches, he was sowing seeds. Classes at Yale, covert research groups in Yukon, private strategy sessions with Western agents. Every action was deliberate. In 2023, the divided Iranian opposition officially appointed him as their interim leader. However, don't be fooled. His genuine impact isn't found in the news. It travels via encrypted pathways, secret messages, disposable phones, and diplomatic networks that most individuals will never reach. The world sees a prince in exile. But behind the curtain, there's a strategist pulling invisible strings across continents. Because the real revolution isn't televised, it's whispered in the shadows. Reza Pahlavi isn't just a symbol in exile, he's a high-stakes player in the global power game. At elite forums like the Munich Security Conference and the Oxford Union, he doesn't speak like a man who lost a country. He speaks like one preparing to reclaim it. His Iran Prosperity Project isn't a vague dream. It's a tactical blueprint, complete with post-regime policies, transitional justice plans, and Western-style reforms. But the real moves happen far from the cameras. Behind closed doors, Reza meets with Israeli officials, U.S. conservatives, and elite European policy circles. He's whispered about in embassies as the royal card, a strategic figure who could reshape Iran and align it with Western interests. But there's danger in being a card on the table. Every player has an agenda. Every alliance comes with strings. To some, Reza is Iran's best hope for stability. To others, he's a convenient pawn in a larger game of oil, influence, and control. Because in geopolitics, power is never given, it's traded. Is Reza Pahlavi orchestrating the comeback of a dynasty or being played in a game he can't control? Reza Pahlavi is no longer speaking softly in exile. He's asserting himself. In speeches, interviews, and strong declarations, he has urged the Iranian military to forsake the regime, calling on them to side with the people and accept what he refers to as Iran's Berlin Wall moment. This isn't mere words. It's an uprising. In a nation divided by years of tyranny, corruption, and financial devastation, Reza presents himself as the sole individual capable of uniting exiled monarchists and secular reformers. He asserts that he doesn't desire a throne. He seeks a ballot box. No crowning. Only a future characterized by democracy, founded on justice and national cohesion. However, let's be clear, this is not a minor endeavor. He aims to undermine a theocratic regime from outside its borders, utilizing social media, global partnerships, and symbolic influence. It's a political balancing act without any safety precautions. Reza is wagering all he has, his identity, his heritage, his family's salvation, on a single opportunity to reshape Iran's destiny. Yet in a game where defeat might lead to obliteration, muteness, or something even graver. What will occur if the prince's ultimate wager doesn't succeed? By Reza Pahlavi's side is Yasmin Pahlavi, who embodies more than simply a queen-in-waiting. She is a lawyer educated at an Ivy League school, a cancer survivor, and the founder of the Iranian Children's Foundation. Elegant, strong, and tenacious, she has established her own legacy, championing children's well-being, human rights, and Persian honor in the diaspora. They have raised 3 daughters together in the United States, but there is no doubt they possess royal lineage inside and out. Proficient in Persian, educated in diplomatic relations, brought up amidst the influence of Washington and the traditions of Iran. Princess Noor, the oldest, is already entering the limelight, confident, eloquent, and being prepared for leadership in public life. She represents not only a part of history, but also a prospective future queen or contemporary representative for a transformed Iran. The Pahlavis not only exist in exile, they plan within it. Each family picture, every public event, and every thoughtfully crafted statement contributes to a strategic plan. A royal resurgence isn't merely a fantasy. It's being orchestrated discreetly, out of public view. Because this isn't just a royal family hiding in comfort. It's a dynasty in training, ready to strike when the crown calls. Forget the image of the authoritarian Shah. Reza Pahlavi has rewritten the royal playbook. In the age of digital warfare, he doesn't need a throne to rule. He has Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. His palace, a glowing screen, his crown, influence. Every tweet is loaded with strategy. Every live stream is staged like a press briefing from exile. He champions women's rights, freedom of speech, and democratic reform. But behind the calm delivery is the same royal precision bred into him since birth. He doesn't shout, he whispers, and people listen. Suits replaced the royal robes. Global summits replaced royal courts. Yet nothing about his presence feels casual. His posts are polished. His words are rehearsed. His silence, calculated. He meets with world leaders in private while addressing millions online with charm. To many Iranians, he's become a symbol of hope wrapped in luxury, a man who knows how to move in the modern world while carrying centuries of empire in his blood. He resides like a nobility, talks like a changemaker. Beneath that assured grin, he's still scheming something much grander than a return. So, who is Reza Pahlavi? A billionaire living in exile? A contemporary innovator? Or the final spark of a diminishing empire? Beneath the facade of riches, heritage, and negotiation stands a man with just one last move to make. His existence is opulence, yet his aspiration is legacy. Is he the future of Iran, or merely a specter of a glorious history? Share your opinions in the comments. Can Reza Pahlavi guide a new Iran, or is this dynasty fated to stay in exile? And remember to like, subscribe, and get ready for the next royal secret we reveal. Thanks for watching.